Yeah, really. That's just being a shitty podcast host.
Take your goddamn pills. That's called sugar.
If only they were like this at TG with them giving you MD.
You are.
Actually,
like
Luca does that. Name and shame.
Oh, God. Don't. He's a nice guy.
Luca's lovely.
He's amazing. When I went to the last TG, he was just like, oh my God, where's Ethan? Where's Ethan? And I was just like, I don't know. He's like, is he not here? And I was like, no. And he actually invited us to a party a little while ago. He's like, oh, you should come to this party. You should invite Ethan too. And I was just like, Ethan doesn't go to parties.
He loves me.
He does. No, dude, he thinks the world of you.
Oh, I know. So much so, when they were at... I went out with this girl called Kate.
Oh, God.
Who was apparently on off with this other guy at the time. And because of that, I was like this pariah of doom for him. So that any mention of my name would send him into like fits of rage. So I go to Kate, look, Kate, you're clearly not finished business with this guy. Go and get him out of your system, have a nice life, blah, blah, blah. Because I was being accused of like getting in the way of this and that, and I actually wasn't. I was just like, I'm me, whatever. So, oh, bloody hell. Someone else is beating up Sarah.
Everyone's beating Sarah.
So I think they went to the last Tutor Society. She went with this guy.
Yeah.
And, or was it? Oh, God. It was one of those kind of like
one of those
costumey
shitty
dress-up
ones,
parties. Yeah. And Luca comes running over to Kate and goes, Kate, where's Ethan? Oh, my God, have you met this guy? Have you met Ethan? Oh, my God, he's so amazing.
Oh,
impressive. Kate was cracking it laughing.
Knowing
so it was like
that
the last
it
thing
comes
in the
from the
world.
best place in the world, coming from Luca. It's just so lovely and so nice. We love you, Luca.
And then she went to Burning Man with him, and like loads of girls were like, where's Ethan this year? Where is he? He's so amazing. I've slept with him. He had a massive...
Oh my God. Wow, this episode should just be called
so
Ethan's Massive.
Yeah, this was just like the last thing in the world this guy needed to hear. And apparently...
He killed himself.
No, but she just was saying how fucking hilarious it was, how uncomfortable it was that it happened, but hilarious at the same time.
That everywhere that they went together, your name
everywhere
was
that
just...
my name was whispered on the wind.
Echo. Ethan.
Yeah.
Nice. Welcome to the 2-Minute Terminator.
Hit the music. I've got a big wing-wang, apparently.
And how?
For machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines, they will rule the world.
Right, so what this 2 minutes starts with Sarah continuing to.
That was a good intro.
The shit kicked out of her. You do have a slight twinkle in your eye.
Any stories where I'm spoken of in legendary tomes or tones, I'm always a big fan of.
Indeed.
Where's Ethan? He's amazing. Have you met Ethan? Oh my God.
Well, that's exactly what he did at TG. He's like, oh my God, are you with... Where's Ethan? Oh my God, he's the guy. He's such a great guy. And I was like, yeah, Ethan's pretty cool, man.
Cool. Tell all my exes, Luca. I need the PR.
Yeah, but they're exes for a reason, dude. Because you're a fucking scumbag.
I hate that. Yeah. No, actually, no, I'm not. I'm awesome. They just can't handle it.
I know.
They can't handle the truth.
You can't handle it.
Oh, truth handler, you.
It's because even though you've like pretty much only ever dated models, they can't bear the fact that actually you'll probably make a hotter girl than they do.
That's, well, I wouldn't go that far.
You do, dude.
No.
Like, if you put your ass on a chick, that'd be unreal. You've got long hair that's pretty fucking soft and bouncy.
Yeah, washed it 2 days ago. Come on, 4 weeks.
Yeah, anyway, we've digressed and we're back to Ethan's girlish looks with a massive wang. Maybe that could be the image of the next fucking episode. I've flashed a tit. Ethan's gonna get his fucking man meat out. Sorry, Spaldner and
I don't think our 6 listeners want to see it. Fucking the last chicken in the shop.
Last chicken.
Hanging across their iPhone.
You're comparing
artwork.
your junk to poultry.
Yeah.
Of all the meats.
Well,
of all the meats.
Your balls have that kind of like chicken skin quality, don't they? With those little like dots where like the individual hair comes out.
Believe it or not, Ethan, I don't actually have male genitalia. So.
No, but you've seen enough dicks in your time, even though you're a rampant lesbian.
Yeah.
You know, your balls have got like those little sesame seeds under the skin. Apparently they're oil pods.
So what are those little bumpy things and puffy nipples?
Those things. Well, normal
Are
nipple.
amazing.
Well, yeah, they are my favourite. But like, yeah, I think what they are is if the main nipple fails, they'll move into its place and get bigger to replace the nipple.
That's kind of strange. Sentient nipples. It's like the T1000, bringing it back. A bit comes off. It's all right. Got
It
more.
reforms.
I got more. What else you got?
There's actually a lot to say in this, I think, even though I've got very few actual notes.
Have you got some facts?
Kind of.
Okay, facts attack.
All I've got really is Linda Hamilton wanted Sarah in the sequel to be very scary, and wanted to have a scar put on her face.
Like Kyle.
I guess, yeah.
Hmm.
James Cameron was like, "Fucking cancel that shit. We're not doing that."
So the hierarchy of I'm the boss started before their marriage.
Whoa. Cancel that shit.
A woman getting ideas above her station.
And as I said in the last episode, because I was desperate to fill some dead air, I actually stole a fact from a future episode and
You stole a
brought it
fact from the future and
took
brought
it back to the past. And I'm just going to say it again,
You've
a little
mastered
bit like
time travel.
Terminator 2. I'm just going to repeat and say the drugs they're giving Sarah is Thorazine or Chlorpromazine.
Why wouldn't they just give them Valium?
Chlorpromazine. Say that word. Chlorpromazine.
Dude, there isn't even a fucking T. That's
Chlorpromazine.
There's no T.
Chlorpromazine.
Yeah.
Chlorpromazine.
Yeah. Nailed it. I don't want to
Chlorpromazine.
say it because I'll fucking...
It's a low potency anti-psychotic drug, and the side effects are blurred vision, dry mouth, lethargy, and sleepiness.
That's almost a bit like female Valium as well. Not female Valium, female Viagra.
I think female Viagra is the same as male Viagra. They just put it in a pink pill as opposed to a blue pill.
I've
Boys
only
and
ever
girls.
done it once, and I took it, and then all of a sudden I started
just
looking
shit
at
the bed.
light. No, I started looking at lights, and lights look
shat
really
dicks.
fucking yeah, and about 6 condoms. That's a lie. I don't use condoms.
What they think, which is an interesting theological question, is the dream sequence real, or is it just her in a kind of Thorazine stupor? Or Chlorpromazine.
I don't think that Terminator has anything in the way of spiritualism or like life after death kind of connotations to it. This is all very much sci-fi. Like, I don't know.
Well, there must be some, I guess, theological or pseudo-religious element to it now, because the machines obviously are very machine-like, and the humans are always fighting for a...
And the humans are rather human-like.
Well, they're fighting for life, I guess, aren't they?
Yeah, but there's nothing spiritual about it. People all live a life, but most people don't live a spiritual life.
So you wouldn't say by the end of the film the Terminator has gained a soul?
No.
So that conversation.
But I did like the little eyebrow movement that you made there.
My eyebrows are far too animate.
You have a very characteristic, what's the word? You're very, when you use hand gestures and you use like facial expression to kind of like...
I'm like a less eccentric Jeff Goldblum.
Dude,
hinge-wristed
there
podcasting.
are the gayest pictures of that man on the internet. Oh my god. I typed in Jeff Goldblum for some reason and oh fucking hell.
You typed in Jeff Goldblum for some reason?
Yeah.
Or Jeff Goldblum for reasons you do not know why?
Yeah, that's the one, the latter.
You didn't write for some reason in the search box after Jeff Goldblum.
I wonder what would come up if I did that.
I don't know.
Type it in. Ethan pretends to be able
Jeff
to type
Goldblum
again.
research attack.
But that wouldn't be pew 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 pew. What would it be? Some kind of grunt.
It's Jurassic Park.
News.
Jeff Goldblum for some...
So it's kind of like coming back to the 2 minutes. So Sarah gets beaten up again.
She does.
They force her to take her pills.
Yes.
Do you reckon they ever have any checks and they ever see bruises on the patients and think, I think our staff are beating the patients?
Well, you see sometimes in the news there's like an atrocity in an old people's home when they're abusing them.
A friend of mine, a friend of mine's grandmother, that actually happened to. A nurse she had dementia. She couldn't communicate, but they actually caught on camera. This nurse was crushing up biscuits and like forcing them into her mouth and like talcum powder and shit, just torturing her basically. That was nice.
Are some of these people that work in these institutions not from England?
Yes.
Okay.
There is what you're imagining. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a giant green tentacled hentai sex monster.
The only clue I'm
With a
gonna
packet
give.
of
The only
McVitie's.
clue I'm gonna give you. Do you ever watch the old school Tom and Jerry's?
Yeah.
And you just see her legs. And Thomas.
Oh lordy, it's a fire.
Oh lordy, it's a fire.
I don't know. Having said, I don't know. I've been around. I was born into quite an old family, so I've witnessed old people in death from a very early age,
Yeah.
and old people can be really annoying.
Oh, dude, I hate old people.
A little bit like, not all old people, but I think sometimes when you're in a home and you've got dementia, you become returned to a kind of infantile or childlike state, and you become belligerent and do.
Well, you need a hell of a
naughty
lot of
things.
patience.
You
You need
do.
to be that type of person
You
to
do.
actually want to care for them.
It's a yeah. If you can do that, my hat's off to you. You're very
Yeah.
special.
Well, I feel the same way about people that decide to become parents.
Patience and tolerance.
Something I have very little of either.
I don't know. I think if you could have a kid that just materialised at the age of 3 and then disappeared at the age
2
of
and 3 are the worst fucking years. Trust me,
No,
dude.
I think 2 is when they're like, I demand this, I'm
It's
a person.
it's when they actually start developing characteristic and they're like, hang on a second, I can question this and fight back, blah, blah, blah.
But Ethan throws shoes at me when I scream and shout, so I don't anymore.
Yeah, I know my place.
Like the kid on the NSPCC advert says, little Miles used to
Little
cry
Timmy.
all the time. But then he realised no one gives a fuck.
No one gives a
So he
shit.
just sits quietly and eats out of the bin. Puppies in a cup, missing their feet, it's wrong.
Yeah.
There's a pencil sticking out of his face.
So this episode would be just child cruelty.
Well, here's a fact for you.
Fact attack.
Ken Gibbel, who plays Douglas, the mental institution orderly who licks Sarah's face, the fat guy, who looks almost exactly like film director of Jurassic Park. Sorry. I'm so sorry I said that. I'm looking at pictures of Jeff Goldblum. Robert Zemeckis, of course, directed Used Cars, Back to the Future 1, 2 and 3, did Castaway. He did Contact, one of my favourite films.
Oh, nice.
But he looks exactly like Ken Gibbel. In fact, as Ellie is looking at Ken Gibbel forcing Thorazine
It's
into
very
Linda Hamilton's
rapey.
mouth. Yeah.
We've got one dude forcing her mouth open.
Well, I
He's
suppose the
forcing things
intonation
in her
with the
mouth.
face licking is Sarah's been, I guess, sexually abused in this place by
Yeah, I
these people.
reckon so, definitely.
Yeah.
Who'd want to rape her, though?
I
Desperate
was going to rape
times.
Sarah Connor and mace myself first.
Nice.
But let's try and find a...
You'd go down there and her fucking vagina would have fucking biceps and fists, wouldn't they?
No, it would just be Arnold Schwarzenegger's face. Ellie's never laughed that hard for so long on the show.
Get out.
Yes. Yeah, Linda Hamilton's vagina is just Arnold Schwarzenegger's face.
Oh, I've been reduced to tears. That's fucking amazing. Would it be like the half damaged face of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
If it was a
Just
certain time of the month.
A glowing eye.
There you
Oh
go.
god.
Oh, we did Roger Rabbit as well.
I almost want to draw that. That's amazing. I fucking love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's a great movie.
Yes.
Yes. Was that like the first ever time they did a
and your
crossover?
rabbit,
of-
Mr. Valiant, out to dry.
Was that the first film that they'd done with animation and actual actors?
No. It's been done many times in films. It was done actually in 1992, 4 years after 1988's Roger Rabbit in Cool World, but it was done a lot shitter.
What's Cool World?
Cool World is a kind of Brad Pitt's a detective who gets trapped in a kind of animated world, and Kim Basinger plays a character called Hollywood.
Oh, she's quite hot. Well, she was.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll show me a final picture of her looking fucking terrible.
Actually, weird you should say that. I looked for final pictures of Kim Basinger actually on Sunday,
Really?
and she still looks hot.
Does she?
Yes.
Well done, Kim.
61.
What's the secret? Is she happily married?
The secret to anyone that people go online and go, oh, she looks amazing and she's 52, you have to put in the comments underneath that picture, and the same will probably go for Kim Basinger, they've never had a real job, All their hopes and dreams have come
They
true.
have the best
They're rich,
nutritionists.
the best
they've had
nutrition. They've got
personal
personal trainers. They've got the best medical care.
Do they have trainers that train the trainers? That train the trainers?
Wait a minute. Casey fucking Ryback? Casey Ryback? He trains the people who train people who train people. He trains the trainers. What the fuck is he doing on my ship?
Oh. Yeah, no, she's looking pretty tidy.
Yeah, for
Well,
61.
Well done, Kim.
Well done, Kim.
Claudia Schiffer also looks amazing for her age. I don't think
Yeah.
she's 60, but she still looks amazing.
Yeah, this is a look there. She's all right for 61.
Yeah,
She could be about 42.
easily.
Yeah.
She looks like a woman I work with, actually.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I call her Marilyn. She looks like Marilyn Monroe.
That's Sophie's mom's name.
Oh, really? 80s rapist. So, we watched Sarah have the shit kicked out of
Oh, you
her.
want to talk about Terminator now?
Yeah.
All right.
And then we cut to serve and protect.
Yes.
And then the camera pans up. And it's the T-1000. Ooh, that's a bit of an oxymoron.
Well, actually, that oxymoron was
In the
kind of
first
redone
movie.
in the same kind of way in Transformers.
I've not seen Transformers.
Oh.
I once tried to watch it on a come down, and that was just a big mistake.
Yeah, in Transformers, the police car transformer. I've forgotten his name. But
Memorable.
instead of protect and serve on his car, it says to punish and enslave.
Ah, that sounds really hot.
Which, as a transformer, it's probably defeats. That's an oxymoron in and of itself.
Yeah.
You're trying to blend in, and then you've got like
Yeah.
an offensive slogan on your police car.
Yeah.
Although, really, another oxymoron is the police probably are more there to punish
Corrupt
and enslave.
and
Yeah.
fucked up than
than
the
to
actual
protect and
criminals.
serve.
Yeah. Question for you. And
Yeah.
I'm deviating away from Terminator again. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Do you think Megan Fox is hot?
Yes.
I really don't.
Fucking Megan Fox. Yes.
No.
Every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
No. There's something about her. Again, she's obviously very attractive.
You've not seen Transformers
But for
films?
me, I don't know. She's just she lacks something. I don't know.
You've not seen Transformers?
She's kind of dead behind the eyes. Although the other day I did see that someone had kind of like spliced Angelina Jolie's face with Megan Fox, and my God, that made one beautiful woman. That was good. Good splicing. So yeah, we see Robert Patrick, and he's turned up at the house of the
Jeanette Goldstein.
ridiculously attractive
Xander
foster
Berkeley.
parents. How fucking horrible is their house decor, by the way?
That's pretty standard for Los Angeles.
Oh God, it looks.
The
so
agent's
bad.
house I lived in when I was living on Vineburn Avenue in East LA.
The
Big
walls-
ups to me, Gangland brothers.
Big up.
Yeah, well, not Jamaican.
In that movie we watched, Steven Seagal.
Yeah,
And
Marked for
and
Death.
and you've got the Oriental news reporter. And she's like,
Here's a question actually
and
for
there's
the
a
listeners.
group of Jamaicans which they call a posse. It's like Jesus Christ.
Does anyone out there like Steven Seagal films?
Yes, I'm sure they're out. I've only seen the one.
Yeah, you were meant to start with Hard to Kill. That was my first Steven Seagal. That's my
Ah,
favourite
that was
because
good.
Kelly LeBrock's in it, and it's so outlandishly ridiculous.
I can't believe she married him, dude.
When Steven Seagal trying to escape a hospital,
Was it the winning
in
hairline?
Bed. You'll have to watch it, see how he pulls it off.
Pulls it off, eh?
Ken Gibbel administering the Thorazine to Linda Hamilton.
Yes.
That's the actor's name. Sorry, the orderly's name is Douglas or Dougie. She goes, "No, Dougie, you're not going to do that."
Dougie gives the druggie.
Ken Gibbel sadly has fallen into the curse of Terminator.
Oh.
He started his career in 1980 with The Octagon,
You lick someone's face and your career's over.
which was a Chuck Norris movie with Lee Van Cleef, of course, from Escape from New York and various
Oh.
westerns.
I still need to see that.
Time Walker, he played Courtney in 1982,
Sounds terrible.
starring Ben Murphy and Nina Axelrod. I know Nina Axelrod.
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 Is that an actual
I'm
name?
pretty sure she's in Halloween 2, the nurse with the amazing boobs that gets her face burned off.
Oh, yeah. She does have good tits. Wow. Good memory.
They
dude.
can't be real, right?
Yeah, totally. They've got the natural kind of hang.
Oh, amazing.
Ugh.
Fucking spanked that so many times. Just make sure you don't come before they get to the kind of like flaying a face off in the fucking boiling water.
Yeah, that could be a
That'll
bit
give you a few
confusing.
issues where you go,
An ex of mine was once watching this. I say an ex of mine. I've only got two. he was watching this porn, and it literally started off like he was all about the ass, and it literally started off with a close-up shot of this ass, and this dude's fucking it, and then all of a sudden it pans out, and he was started wanking, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is really fucking good." It was 2 dudes. It was like, "Ah!" No one's here. He probably just carried on.
Was that a comedy sketch?
No.
Who was filming him doing that?
No one. Okay.
And why would he post it if he filmed it?
No, he was watching porn.
Oh.
And he was wanking, and the it was like gonzo, it's like POV. And all of a sudden it started panning out, and then he realised it was a dude fucking a dude. And he was like, "But dude, he had such an amazing ass. He's bisexual now." I'm meeting up with a guy this week.
Oh, that guy. Okay, I thought you were talking about a video that was on the internet of like this meta person filming themselves, filming a porn, and then being caught out that it was 2 men, then going, "Oh well," to himself on camera.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, Ken Gibbel did an episode of the A-Team. He was in...
Are you being sponsored to say Ken Gibbel in this fucking episode?
I like the sound. Ken Gibbel. I like that name.
Gibbel.
Gibbel, huh?
Tell us about Ken Gibbel.
He was in Quantum Leap. He played Harry for one episode, the Star-Crossed episode. He was in Beaches, the Bette Midler film.
Oh god, I've seen that.
Terminator 2, Neon Empire, Westerner 4 in 1991. Then nothing happens until 2015. Then he plays Murdoch in Dark Seduction.
Ooh.
Ken Gibbel is back.
Ooh, with a vengeance in Dark Seduction.
Pretty, yeah. There's no description for the film. It's on for 81 minutes, so it can't be that good. But there has to be a rule, apparently. A film, to make something a film, it has to be, I think, a certain amount of minutes. I think it's 76 to be qualified as a film.
So anything less than that is what? Short
But
film?
most shit films are around 80 or 85 minutes.
It's a shit business.
So a lot of the sci-fi fare, like Sharknado or fucking Lavalantula.
Question.
Yeah.
If a policeman turned up to your door and asked for a picture of your son and then said that he was a good-looking boy,
Yeah.
A, would you let him keep the photo?
Go on.
And B, would you be worried?
Well, first of all, I don't have a son, so I'd know he was lying.
It's a theoretical question.
No, I wouldn't give him a picture.
Why?
Because I'm eating... Gosh, fucking hell, these are tangy as fuck.
Pure chemicals, sweethearts, or sweet
Really
tarts.
chemically, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really good.
American listeners, we've got this candy in England. It's clearly American. It's been like had stickers put on it for import, and it's sold in the dollar store. Sweet Tarts by Nestle. They're fucking great.
Although on the front, I'm not so sure that the sign saying no artificial flavours is quite true.
Yeah, that's horseshit. You can taste bone cancer in every bite.
And it tastes amazing. Yeah, no, it's really good. What flavour is your favourite?
The blue grape ones are awesome.
They are so good.
There's actually a snack podcast where people sample different snacks and candies. Do a podcast.
And I've been
about
doing a fucking shitty Terminator one for the last few months.
You're the one that taught me into this shit.
Asshole.
You're the one that finally brought me back and went, "You've got to do too."
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm loving it even more than the first time.
So yeah, Ken Gibbel, Curse of the Terminator strikes again.
Oh, it's a sour sweet.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't podcast and do these because like we're getting like reverse Popeyes. I'm getting the flickery Herbert Lom
Doing the
Pink
winking
Panther
dolphin, you know when the dick slips and goes into your ass and you're like, "What are you doing?" And you go, It's called the winking dolphin.
Well, I was more going to say Herbert Lom. Whenever he hears Inspector Clouseau's name, he goes,
Fuck, I laughed directly into the mic.
"That's all right."
Bad Ellie. So yeah, Robert Patrick comes to the door of the foster parent's house.
And asks and says he's a good-looking boy. Bit weird. I would demand what it was about.
I would be more worried about the fact that a big dude on a bike came round earlier, who clearly wasn't a policeman, also looking for my son, wearing leather.
Why is that? Was that not shot?
I don't know. I wish it had been. It would have been great.
Just the Terminator
And
awkwardly
actually-
asking for John Connor.
I have a legitimate question now, which I would
Why
love
did
to
he
know
kill
the
the
answer
parents
to.
there? Asked to go in the house, kill the parents in there because he'd searched the house. He wouldn't just walk away. He wouldn't take no for an answer.
That's a very good point.
I've never thought of that till now.
No. Why go back and then kill them?
Both Terminators, even like, why would?
Yeah, but no, Arnie wouldn't kill them because he's there to fucking serve and protect.
No, he's not. Not until John Connor orders him not to kill anyone. There should be like a trail of human
I
wreckage
think
by the time.
I think he only kills when there's an obstruction in the way of him protecting John, whereas John's not even there. They're his guardians, so he would assume that. Yeah, I don't know.
So why didn't he punch hearts out when he came up against Robert Winley, the cigar biker?
That's a good point.
Why didn't he just mess them all up like the punks in the first one at the LA Observatory?
I don't know. Maybe one of them's got a vindictive chip and the other one doesn't. Angry chip.
Just all switch to evil.
Fuck. What was my question going to be?
Was it the decor?
He's
Like
got
I
really
said.
funny like Dumbo ears, isn't he?
Who?
Robert Patrick. They like proper stick out at the top.
Well, Robert Patrick. I mean, I guess we can discuss. He's all through the film, so I can go through his IMDb at another time. But yeah, Robert Patrick had just done a bunch of TV, a little bit like I suppose Ken Gibbel. But he was
sorry, what was his surname again?
Ken Gibbel. Gibbel. Well, I first saw Robert Patrick in Die Hard 2. He's got like one line, and he goes, "Hey man, what do we look like to you?" This SWAT guy. When they're going through the Annex Skywalk, and he goes, "A sitting duck." That's Robert Patrick, listeners. And he shoots the guy, and then a giant shootout ensues with Bruce Willis. Then Bruce Willis pops a cap in his ass.
Bruce Willis pops a cap in his bum.
But yeah, James Cameron set the casting for Robert Patrick before really they'd finished the script, and Marley Flynn had to kind of find someone with an intense presence, with a dancer-like body.
That's
apparently.
the soundness of the sweet kicking in. Presence.
I just put a sweet tart in my mouth, and I just got a fucking brain hemorrhage and a flicker eye.
Do you reckon if you put it in your bum, it would fizz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, if you soak some LSD into one and then put it in your bum.
Oh, the first time I took LSD,
Full disclosure.
it was a droplet into a sugar cube.
That's dangerous.
Mate, it was fucking amazing.
No, I know, but
literally
like
changed my
a
life.
droplet is a lot. Well, no,
You can't see, but I'm doing a partridge shrug.
No, because Sophie went to where was it? Fuck.
Secret garden party.
Yeah, and she had like 3 drops on a tongue.
Yeah, but 3 drops is
And I was like,
completely
are you
different,
insane?
dude. I've never taken more than one hit in
Always
one
a
go.
tab of paper. Always. Then just so little on it, and it's dry. Christ, I couldn't handle a bloody drop out of a pipette. You brave woman.
Yeah, but I did it I did it onto a sugar cube.
Regardless of what it's done into, the liquid volume of fucking narcotic there, or like
Dude, do you know what a
psychedelic.
microdot is? When you get a tab of acid, it's a droplet onto a small piece of paper.
It is, but obviously the little tiny piece of paper hasn't absorbed that much liquid.
No. But when you put it in your mouth, you're meant to keep the tab in there for as long as
it's actually a
physically
large
possible.
sheet, isn't it? And they drop it on, so it soaks evenly through. It's almost like paper towel paper, isn't it? Acid.
They don't do one drop on a
paper.
huge sheet. They will do a few drops.
Do they still do that now?
Yeah.
You know people who
Yeah.
have acid or have done acid recently.
Yeah.
Is it still on little bits, tabs of paper?
It depends. Most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
Someone I know that does kind of like they go to the free parties out Brighton way.
What's a free party?
It's like a rave, so it's when you just go into a field or in a tunnel or something like that, and you set up a rig, and it's not properly policed.
Wow.
Although they do turn up generally about 7 or 8 in the morning. Yeah, they would always come on this like green kind of card, £5 for a hit, and that's it. 14 hours done. Amazing. Yes. So my question about this.
Back to Terminator.
When the parents say, "Oh yeah, there was another guy looking for him earlier. Yeah, big guy on a bike," and Robert kind of gives a knowing look and he goes, "I wouldn't worry about him." So the
Why
two
do you go?
Terminators,
What? There's another one?
So yeah, did the 2 Terminators know that there are 2 going back for sure?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
So why is he like, "Oh, I wouldn't worry about him"?
Well,
like he knows what's going on.
My other question was, they sent a Terminator to protect John. But in the continuity of this film, or the way it's been edited together, Arnold arrives before Robert Patrick.
Was it from watching Genesis?
No, from this. He gets the bike, he beats everyone up in the bar, he takes Robert Winley's clothes, the cigar biker.
Yeah, but we don't know what kind of time
He
frame.
drives off on the Harley, he goes off down the highway through Lakeview Terrace. And then,
I would have thought they'd both arrive at the same time.
yeah, but Robert Patrick immediately arrives because the electrical disturbance is still happening, isn't it? And it's still that burning hot hole in the cave.
Yeah, but think about all that time that
in
he
the
would have
chain link
taken
fence.
to have taken off that policeman's clothes and then got dressed and then got.
You didn't wear clothes, Ellie. Keep reminding you.
I know.
I wouldn't worry about it.
But yeah,
no.
so did they know? And also, who the fuck did send Arnold back?
John. Oh my God.
What, to
Why do I
protect
even
himself?
do this with you? Did your mother have any children that lived, Ellie?
Yeah, Baron.
When John he gives time out, pull over, and he goes, "Oh my God, you're really real." He goes, "Who sent you?" He goes, "You did. 35 years from now."
Oh yeah, of course. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, dude.
Oh God.
I remember the important bits.
Highlights of Robert Patrick's career.
Highlights of Ellie's post-podcast
Die Hard
career.
2, Terminator 2, Wayne's World. He plays the T-1000, but it says bad cop on here. Last Action Hero. He played the T-1000 again. Fire in the Sky, which is that alien abduction film, which you're interested in seeing but never have. The Travis Walton thing. You do this. I come up with something like the Philadelphia Experiment, the Travis Walton UFO case. You go, I'm going to look up everything I can and learn about this. And then you never do.
Some of the things I do.
Remember when you were keying up all that Travis Walton material, then you never got around to watching it?
Yeah.
And then do you remember the Philadelphia Experiment stuff that you?
I did look into that.
Oh, did you? What did you learn?
Stuff. I was at work. I wasn't absorbing it. I have a day job, man.
That's supposed to mean.
Well, no, because I have shit. I'm constantly doing stuff. Like, I've barely been at home recently. I've been going out in a bit and doing shit.
Taking a lot of dick.
Taking a lot of dick.
Taking a lot. He's in Copland. Dust Till Dawn 2, Blood Money.
Dust Till Dawn 2?
Yeah.
Is it shit?
There's a Dust Till... I've never seen them, actually. The Dust Till Dawn trilogy. I've never seen...
You've never seen the first one?
I've seen the first one.
Oh, I was going to say.
I've just not seen the straight-to-video sequels 2 and 3.
That's probably a wise decision. Wise. First, she is a woman.
Yeah, interesting points brought up there. Why Robert Patrick didn't want to gain access to the house, kill and sample the parents and look for John, or because that might be a course of action he'd take, not knowing that he would think John would get on with his parents because he doesn't understand people and humans and foster parenting.
And what's this little machine that John uses to extract money out of an account? That
Well,
clearly
weirdly,
isn't
I
his?
remember writing this down, and
You can't find it.
no, I can. What is? You know what it is? I think 'cause we're working off.
Who do you think he's robbing as well? Do you reckon he's nicked some random's card, or it's his foster parents' bank account, or is it his mum's bank account?
I reckon it's the foster parents. Well, it should be mentioned in the next minute, although all the information regarding that pocket computer is actually in this minute, so I'll just go ahead and fuck up.
Give it to us. Give it to me.
Well, the bank they're at is a bank in Paloma City, and the cash machine is actually fake. And John is using an Atari Portfolio, which is basically a pocket PC.
Atari.
Yeah.
Like an old. Yeah, I know what Atari is.
So basically, it was a pocket computer. I don't know what you would actually use one for, because you didn't have email then. You couldn't print anything off.
Play that game that you was talking about the other day.
Yeah, maybe. But that was kind of the first of the pocket or handheld computers, which I guess is the granddaddy of the iPad,
I guess.
laptop. So yeah,
It's rather bulky, I must say.
And what's his name? Danny Cooksey, John's friend, when he goes, "Hey, is that your mom?" and there's the Polaroid. That was actually created from the 35mm film still from the original print of Terminator 1. So they didn't have a Polaroid.
What?
The Polaroid that was taken, I think, on the set that day
Yeah.
was lost forever or just
Oh my
disappeared.
god, do you reckon someone's got that though?
I'm sure, yeah. Stuff gets nicked off film sets all the
Yeah,
time.
I would have thought so. That'd be so cool. Bit of movie history.
Bit of movie history.
I'd roll it up and keep it in my bum.
And all the time you see John riding the bike with Danny Cooksey on the back, they're adult riders, but just very small people, except in close-ups.
Oh yeah, didn't we see John's double, the chick in the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, the lady by the
Bikers Club?
jukebox
Yeah.
in the corral bar is actually John Connor's double. Not sure if that's a lighting double or his stunt woman double.
Interesting.
I couldn't find that out.
Oh,
I don't have detailed files.
so you're like the T800, not the one.
What should we call this episode, Ellie?
Oh, cool, blimey.
Ethan's big.
Ethan's big. Dot.
So yeah, are you happy to wrap up there?
Yes, we've done
feel
35
satisfied?
minutes.
That was a good episode.
It was really good.
We filled it with Terminator
I know.
and divulged intimate secrets of our lives.
I know.
And I was really funny with the Arnold Schwarzenegger pussy.
Dude, that fucking killed me. I'm gonna draw that.
I'm
John Nichols. Oh my god, draw us. Oh my god, like name your price, dude. Like,
Photoshop Arnold Schwarzenegger's head. You can pick any head from any era of Arnold. Maybe with a cigar, maybe not.
betwixt a lady's thighs.
Betwixt Linda Hamilton's thighs or a lady's thighs, just the crotch
I
shot.
doubt we're gonna be able to find a picture of,
A little bit
Linda
like
Hamilton legs akimbo.
the poster for The People versus Larry Flint, but not Woody Harrelson's entire body wrapped in an American flag. Just Arnold's head. No pressure.
Please, that'd be amazing. Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Get out.
Get out.
Oh, good times.
Come back tomorrow.
Well, we'll have more 2-minute Terminator.
And more sweets.
I need to go and buy some more.
You really do. They're fucking amazing.
I think, well, the only Poundland I've seen that has those is that one. So I think they must have got a
Is it in
job lot
Birmingham?
of them. No, by my house. Oh, I don't know. Do you know? Are there any more Poundlands around here? I know there's Pound World. It's not Pound World. It has to be Poundland.
Oh, I think there might be one in Guildford.
My suspicion is pound or dollar stores. They just get a job lot of stuff, like a batch of stuff from a warehouse that no one can sell.
Like a wholesale place.
Yeah, and go, oh, Pogs. No one wants them. We've
Pogs.
had these Pogs in a warehouse for 20 years. Let's just sell them for £1.
I remember Pogs.
Because there's so much random crap in like $1 or a pound shop.
I know.
So I think that's what it is. So I think these are just like, someone's got these. And maybe it was meant to go to like Cyber Candy and like Covent Garden. And they just didn't get distributed. And they're in a warehouse. They go, oh, I've got some American candy. Like, okay, we'll just buy them all.
Oh
so I
my
think that's
God.
the only candy of sweethearts that are in England.
There is, I can't remember what it's called, but there's this incredible website, and it's where you can buy all these fucking awesome sweets.
Yeah,
My
but
ex used to get
on
stuff
that
from there.
website, I reckon those sweet tarts would cost like fucking 10 quid or something stupid, or £5 even.
No, they were from America, so you have to order them over. It wasn't a UK.
But I'm saying the import charges plus what they would charge
the import charge,
for the
of
help,
course,
for
yeah.
the convenience, the middleman
God
fee.
damn it! We need more Poundlands.
I just need to get £100 and buy all of it.
Yeah,
just
dude.
build a house with sweetheart candy.
Do it. And then we can eat a part of the house each time we do a podcast, and it'll be amazing. Yeah, because we're
Eat a
tripping
part of
balls
your
off
house,
the
you dick.
artificial colours and flavours, which apparently there are none in this. That's bullshit. Guaranteed.
No
not
cancer
guaranteed.
included. No guarantee.
Hasta la vista,
Baby.
Big Wang.
Whoa.
Why do all the machines want to kill all the humans? Why can't we just be friends and love each other? Watch out for machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines, they will rule the world.